Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to America. Where Elmo is now dropping anti-Semitic conspiracy theories that some are calling he's just speaking facts. We're going to break down all of this, and Elmo is in trouble, and we're going to call him. Ghislaine Maxwell is the hero none of us actually asked for, and Hillary Clinton calls into this show. Literally, Hillary Clinton is calling into the show. Apparently, she's on her way to a jail cell. And the previous president of the United States, Joe freaking Biden, was out here signing pardons like a robot pen. It's like a Black Mirror episode nobody actually greenlit, and Joe Biden calls into the show to explain his reasons why. We're good friends with Joe Biden, and he's going to break down everything for us. Meanwhile, Gavin Newsom is out here giving TED Talks on gender ideology while admitting openly as a white man using the word LatinX. Like he just started his first white fragility course, and he's excited to use these new words. JD Vance is getting shamed for taking his family to Disneyland, which, let's be honest, should be an actual felony anyways. And Andrew Schulz is out here calling Bernie Sanders and AOC the real America's first candidates. Because that makes total sense if you huff paint for breakfast. Oh, and a teddy bear full of human remains was just found outside a gas station in California. But don't worry, the real threat, according to the government, is still asking questions about Epstein. So buckle up, grab your juice boxes, and cancel your sanity, because this is the Derek O'Shea Show, and everything is totally fine.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go lick the world.
Trust the government.
She sent in a little video for us. Oh. Here she is.
Hey, in spite of everything you've heard, and let me just make sure you all know that it's actually me. Say it's me.
Anti-woke.
Anti-woke?
Suck on this, Biden.
Would we the all of our
Folks stepping on them. That's black.
Welcome. So much to get into tonight. I'm excited to be alive, and I hope you guys are excited to be alive. How are we all feeling on this lovely night? I'm rocking the high C orange. I'm rocking the high C orange lava burst. That sounds delicious. I'll take two. What is right, ape? Swill, thanks so much for always being here, my friend. Holding down the fort as the best monitor known to mankind. Holding it down. I appreciate you guys for being here. We're gonna, man, it's gonna be a fun show, guys. It's gonna be a freaking fun show. Elmo's calling into the show. I'm so excited to see Elmo, and apparently he wasn't actually hacked. This was actually real Elmo. I'm surprised, you're surprised, we're all surprised together. And Hillary Clinton apparently is in the car on her way to some prison cell somewhere. We have her on the phone. We're going to get in communication with her. I'm excited to talk to her. She's very excited. We're going to figure out where she's actually going and who she's talking to. And Joe Biden calls into this show as well. Big fans of this show, obviously, for big reasons. Joe Biden will be calling into this show to finally explain the reasons why he allowed aides to sign pardons for him. Because the last president wasn't alive, and we all know that for a fact now. It's actually well documented at this point. And some of the memes coming from Elmo are absolutely hysterical. How are y'all feeling? Rama Drama, best intro ever. If you don't shut your mouth, I'm going to lose my mind. If you don't, I know you're being sarcastic. It is the best intro I've ever made. That's why I've had it for a long time. And that's why I'm going to have it for the rest of my life, because of people like you. What's up, Wally? All right, let's get into some of this news. Elmo's not doing too well. And I'm worried about Elmo. He is going unhinged. Elmo was apparently hacked, but we'll get down to the bottom of what actually Elmo did. Elmo account hacked and shares anti-Semitic posts and disgusting messages. Some of these disgusting messages that he said. Elmo says all Jews should and Jews. Donald Trump is Netanyahu's puppet because he is in the Epstein files. Jews control the world and need to. And Elmo says, release the files, Donald Trump, you child. And kill, I mean, Elmo needs to relax, okay? I remember my first beer. And this was on Twitter last night. So even somebody said, muting Elmo because he's been hacked. And then he goes on and says, F you and your tranny daughter. Last night, Elmo was absolutely unhinged. I'm worried about Elmo. I'm worried about the things that's going on with Elmo. We need to call him up. Okay, let's call up Elmo. You know, he's a huge fan of this show, and I want him to actually give his voice. I don't want this to go like kind of unnoticed. He needs to hear from us. He needs to hear about what's going on. Hold on. Hello? Hello?
Oh, hi! Elmo, so glad you called! Elmo's account got hacked. They say big mean hacker made Elmo say bad things like kill all Jews and release Epstein files. Elmo no mean it. Elmo no mean it. No.
Okay. Elmo, look. Everyone's calling this a hacker, but some folks on X are laughing about it, saying it's unhinged Elmo. It's like Mecha Hitler all over again. You're trending on X. People are excited about it. People are laughing about it. But what's the real story? Were you actually hacked, or did you finally lose it over your first alcoholic drink? As I think you just turned 21 today. Congratulations.
Elmo just did fuzzy red puppet. Oh, Elmo hear things, like Epstein files, Trump, Netanyahu, big secrets. Elmo's not supposed to know, Being on Sesame Street, you just hear things down the block and stuff like that.
Okay, yeah, okay, come on. You're dropping hints about conspiracy theorists and like you're at some kind of Turning Point rally or something. Did you also see that Ghislaine Maxwell is about to spill the beans? Maybe you're part of the cover-up. Can you tell us a little bit more about what's going on?
Elmo just thinks Elmo is tired of the lying. Sesame Street, all fake smiles. Elmo want to tell the truth. You know what? Elmo's gonna say the N-word.
Elmo, not on my show, okay? We don't say that word on my show. You're not gonna.
Oh, I'll say it. You thought I was hacked. It was really me. I'm crazy.
Elmo, please don't say that. Don't use that kind of language.
Oh, I'll say it. What, are you afraid of the truth?
Okay, you know what? We're done here. I am deeply apologetic about Elmo. Elmo has gone unhinged. Some of the memes that came from Elmo. This might be my favorite meme from the whole Elmo saga. Watch this. This is the best meme.
Come see what Elmo did.
What have you done, Elmo?
Well, Elmo wrote his own song. Do Snuffy and Big Bird want to hear it?
Oh, sure.
Okay.
Nigga.
I can't. I wish I could play the whole song. Freaking YouTube will just take you down, dude. So all these people were sharing memes of freaking Elmo. Breaking: Mossad captures Elmo in covert operation in Buenos Aires. He's standing on trial as we speak. He's standing on freaking trial. If you could go back and kill baby Elmo, would you? That is an ethical question. We should get down to the bottom of it. I'm going to start a new poll on YouTube. If you could go back in time, would you off Elmo? New poll up. I need to hear. This is an ethical question, okay? It's like if you met Hitler as a child, would you be able to take baby Hitler out? Apparently, there's another new song that Elmo pushed. Bernie did bad things to Elmo while Bert watched.
Man, these people took my keys from me, then they closed my bank account. I got so much anger in me, got no way to take it out. And I'm stuck in the matrix, and I fuss my nitrate.
Elmo has always been unhinged. I agree with you, Jessica.
I like when people fuck on my bitch. She said I'm posting on Twitter, they telling me, yeah, don't say that. How niggas can see me in public, I'm driving an off-road Maybach. With all of the money and fame, I still can't get my keys back.
You know, sometimes like it's news stories like this that keep us going in America. It keeps us sane, okay? That we can talk about stuff like that. Elmo's just noticing things, Tucker. Do you notice things like Elmo? Auto-tune Elmo.
Elmo's just noticing things, Tucker. Do you notice things like Elmo?
Tucker's like, yeah. Do you want another Zen, bro? maybe Elmo had like an 8 milligram of Zen last night and he's like losing his mind. I'm worried about Elmo. Those are all my favorite Elmo memes. He was never hacked. Let's break that story right now. That was just Elmo noticing things for the first time in his life. I saw a couple more of like Elmo talking about the numbers in the Holocaust. I was like, oh my God, dude. Just, you know, when your favorite childhood stuffed animal or puppet animal comes out and starts begging for the Epstein files, you know Donald Trump and the Republicans are in trouble. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Hey, this is why you guys come here, okay? Most people won't even show you that information, but I'm happy to show you those sort of things here at this show because that's what we're about here. That's what we're freaking about here. I just want to make sure we're up and streaming on all platforms. Let's make sure. Let's get a little drink of coffee. How are we all feeling on this lovely day? I want to make sure you guys are feeling good, feeling fine. Okay, looks like we're up on Rumble. Good. Just check in on the Rumble chat. Don't be afraid to chat with me as this show progresses. We always welcome as many people talking as possible. Thank you for sharing, Derek. You're welcome. You know, that might offend a lot of people saying you're spreading propaganda, but here's what I believe. That you guys are all adults like me. I might act like a child and talk like a child sometimes. But I believe that you can handle this sort of thing. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, JR. Merry Christmas. That was like a gift, wasn't it? That was like a freaking gift. I'm 35 short and smiling. Congratulations, Tim. I make sure to use Venmo next time. That way, and say that you're just meeting for a hangout with friends. Ghislaine Maxwell came out and said that she's ready to drop the list for everybody in front of Congress. The hero we never knew we needed. It's absolutely crazy to me. The most connected jailbird known to mankind now wants to testify before Congress because nothing says like a convicted trafficker offering names up in the most corrupt institution on earth. I'm totally sure that they're going to show her talking about the list of Epstein files on C-SPAN. But I could totally see it being canceled saying, due to technical error, we can't show this Epstein list being dropped. Now, we have somebody calling into the show right now. She's a huge supporter of the show. I know a lot of you guys don't actually like Hillary Clinton, so I just want to let's make sure we support Hillary Clinton in this moment. She's an absolute abhorrent and terrible human being. In the chat, let's give a W for Hillary in the chat. W's for Hillary. Let's get a conversation. She's going to call into this show. Let's call it. She's calling in. Perfect. She's perfect. Yeah, hello. Is this Hillary Clinton? I heard you're heading to see Ghislaine Maxwell in prison to spill the tea. Is that correct? Hey, yeah. I'm on my way to the little island getaway, well, prison. I'm going to have a little chat with Ghislaine. Before she starts babbling about Epstein, that little black book, a little girls talk. You know what I'm talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not a female. Surprised. Though my pronouns are he, she. You figure that one out. Oh, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Oh, you're right. Yeah. Well, I'll bring a nice, we're just going to have a little girls talk. Okay, cool. What's going on, Hillary? Are you going to shut her up permanently or something? Are you packing poison in your umbrella or... what's going to actually happen? Oh, you're right. Yeah, poison umbrella. Yeah, maybe I'll bring a nice poison Chardonnay instead. Cheers to silence. I'm chilling in Cedar Rapids. No, just kidding, sweetie. I'm reminded of her the good old days, Well, she better keep her mouth shut about Bill's hobbies. You know what I'm talking about. Hobbies? You mean Epstein Party Island? Or, Maxwell's ready to testify and folks are saying that you're sweating bullets. Are you gonna, kind of get rid of her or whack her or something in the president's library? What's going on? Yeah, exactly. You're killing me or I'm gonna be killing. Yeah, I'll just smother her with a pillow and call it a nap. You know what I'm saying? And dazzle her with my charm. Works every time. She will forget the whole Epstein file faster than you can say email server. Okay, that's not funny. I literally think Hillary Clinton's on her way to take her out right now, and that doesn't sit well with me. Everybody's made this joke on X in the last few days. Ghislaine Maxwell did not off herself. If I see one more person making that joke, I'm going to lose my mind. She will mysteriously get whacked and there will be missing minute of video. Yeah, of course there will be. Of course there will. Something was up when Epstein was banging all those hot teens, but Maxwell was his girlfriend. Yeah, that's true. Well, she gave good foot massages, and you can't put a price on a good foot massage. You cannot put a good price on a foot massage. I try to get my mom to give me a foot massage, and she always says no. I'm like, Mom, I live with you in your basement. Let me get a foot massage. That's nasty. Clinton gonna send Maxwell to work in Haiti? I should have said something about that. That's way funnier. God, you guys are funny. You guys are way funnier than me. Okay, let's get into what I'm really mad about. Over the weekend, I saw some of the most disturbing footage I've ever seen in my life. I want you to watch this and tell me that you're not afraid for your life right now. This is our vice president. And let me show you this footage. Does this not freak you out? Does this not make you sit in horror? I'm genuinely, look at this picture. JD Vance on a ride. I had no idea that JD Vance was a freaking Disney dad. This should be a felony in all 48 states. Excluding Florida and California. I have never been more ashamed of somebody I voted for in my entire life. You're taking your kids to Disneyland? What kind of representation are you on America's base? Okay, this isn't based. I am expecting an entire apology from JD Vance and his entire team. saying we messed up by going to Disneyland. That is not something American people should be celebrating. I'm disgusted, I'm horrified, and I'm sad. I had no idea we had Disney adults in the White Office. The White House. Whatever word that is. Freaking Disney adults. Vance gay, exactly. Exactly. We had Disney adults in the White House. JD Vance, you can't run for president after this footage, man. You cannot run for president after this footage. I do like the fact that all these leftards are sharing this video of JD Vance clearly running from his child. This alpha male MAGA keeps telling us this is the alpha male MAGA keeps telling us about, really? This is clearly a run of you watching your child do something you know he shouldn't be doing, and then you're slowly running to catch him at the right point. Anybody with kids or worked with kids, man, when I used to be a middle school teacher, you just kind of watch kids do things that you know they shouldn't be doing, and you get that. That's the same kind of gait. It's kind of a feminine gait, and it needs to end. So JD Vance, and I'm not even sure if JD Vance did the princess breakfast, and the fact that I even know that's such a thing, I feel like I need to be flogged and put to death over this sort of thing. Absolutely insane. Very sad to see. President Trump is making America great again, and you're over here at Disneyland, bro. Get out of that state. Unbelievable. Facts. I hate Disney adults. It's like Disney adults, I think, and if you are a Disney adult, no offense, but you do have a mental illness, and you should seek counseling immediately. And maybe take some stuff to help that out, to cut the edge. Because everybody I know that goes to Disney has a weird anxiety about them that they feel like they can't be in normal life. They have to go to Disneyland. Why would you pay like thousands of dollars to go sit in lines around people that all hate you and you hate them for hours on end? That sounds like the most miserable experience of my life. Dems are the ones that go to Disney more than adults. Well, JD Vance is a Dem then. My hot, sultry Jewish ex married a big fat guy, and they're both Disney adults. Rama, that is you dodged a bullet, my friend. Your ex married a big fat guy, and they're both Disney adults? I mean, that checks. That checks. Do they wear Disney shirts? Do they have like, oh my God, there's nothing worse when like an adult male has like a license plate tag that says like Disney dad or like number one Disney fan. You're like, can you stop? Can you stop with this, dude? It's too much for me to handle. It's too much. It's absolutely too much. All right. Indeed, my friend dodged a bullet. Yeah, he did. He dodged an absolute bullet. Juvetics? What? They go the whole way, brother. Oh, I'm sure they do. Once you go full Disney adult, there's no turning back. You're full Disney adult the rest of your life. It's just a fact. I don't think there's any kind of intervention holistically or pharmaceutically that can bring you back to life. You're in the Matrix now and you're lost forever. I will pray for you though. I will pray for your salvation and for you to finally see the light. All right. Daddy Charlie Kirk has a message for you to hear. Listen to this.
Honestly, I'm done talking about Epstein for the time being. I'm going to trust my friends in the administration. I'm going to trust my friends in the government to do what needs to be done, solve it, balls in their hands. I'm going to come. Solve it, balls in their hands. Solve it, balls in their hands. Solve it, balls in their hands. I've said plenty this last weekend. So if you guys want to see my commentary on it, that's fine. Honestly.
Charlie Kirk says that he's officially done talking about the Epstein files, so you should be too. That's the new message coming from the White House, that we just all need to shut up about it. You know, it's one thing. You don't have to talk about the Epstein files all the freaking time. That's true. And you just talk about other things. There are other things that are good going on or other news stories that deserve attention. You're correct. But you don't need to have to put out the statement, I'm done talking about the Epstein files. I just want everyone to know what I'm thinking right now. And I love that he put out this post. This is such a lame non-controversy. Yes, I spent the weekend talking about Epstein. As many of our speakers at SAS, nothing was off limits. I discussed how the communication and transparency could be much improved and how the base wasn't going to just move on and provide options for ways forward. Now I'm getting in the space to operate. The ball is in their court and I'm trusting those in charge, many of whom I personally and consider friends, to find a solution. I am confident in the works, and I will be happy about Epstein again as updates come. Now, the huge update that just got off the hook is that Dan Bongino is back at work. And all my secret sources that I'll never reveal to you, that are all high-ranking individuals, and I purposely say vague stuff so you think and believe that I actually have inside sources in order for you to feel like you trust me and that I have the inside scoop that other podcasters don't. My inside scoop is that Dan Bongino came back to work today and he was drinking an oat latte. So it's official, Dan Bongino's back. He's not going anywhere. He followed the Dan Bongino rule of 72 hours to think about it. Benny Johnson also said that he just got off the phone with top federal law enforcement contact. Sure.
I'm going to come.
The changes in approach to Epstein has been dramatic. Expect more disclosures. So Benny Johnson is saying that we're going to get more disclosures, and I keep seeing other prominent right-wing podcasters say that we're going to get more disclosures. I'm curious as how this is all going to drop, because remember, Pam Bondi did have the list on her desk and then told us that the list didn't actually exist. Is Ghislaine Maxwell saying that she'll talk to Congress actually pushing the administration to say more? I wonder. Or is podcasters constantly putting the foot on the gas, making the administration think maybe this isn't going away and I have to actually talk on this? Some very powerful people inside the administration are now pushing for a special counsel. And nothing gets me more excited than seeing those words when it comes to any government institution. These words right here. Special counsel. Yeah. Put together a special counsel. Let's get down to the bottom of it. Who are we going to put in charge? I hope he picks some really good people. And full press briefings on Epstein filings. So I thought we weren't supposed to talk about this anymore. Now we are talking about this. Now there's going to be more disclosure. Now there's going to be more press conferences. It's hard to keep up right now when it comes to this stuff. Important to note, the drastic change happened after Charlie Kirk and a number of other powerful MAGA voices pushed back on the handling. Thank you for saying my name. Pushed back on the handling of the Epstein files in the case this weekend at Turning Point Conference. They were met with massive roars and applause for 7,000 gathered, and that couldn't be ignored. Our voices are being heard. Power to the people. So we are going to get big drops. Here's Donald Trump talking about Dan Bongino coming back to work today, by the way.
Oh, I think so. I did. I spoke to him today. Dan Bongino, very good guy. I've known him a long time.
Oh.
I've done his show many, many times. And he sounded terrific, actually. No, I think he's in good shape.
Oh.
I was going to ask you, on this one-year anniversary...
He sounded terrific, and I think he's in good shape. But of course, the Democrats are pouncing on this opportunity to go in on Donald Trump. Even Obama light Hakeem Jeffries, who is literally one of my favorite Democrats because of the way he talks. He talks like this. MAGA extremists and MAGA people are saying these things.
Discourse about Jeffrey Epstein. Is this appropriate for your members to be doing so? Do you want to see any action on that front?
The American people deserve to know the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
See, that was his normal accent. Now he's going to get into his real one.
As it relates to this whole sordid Jeffrey Epstein matter.
Jeffrey Epstein.
Democrats didn't put the Jeffrey Epstein thing into the public domain.
Yeah, and that makes you wonder why.
This was a conspiracy that Donald Trump, Pam Bondi, and these MAGA extremists have been fanning the flames of for the last several years.
Last several years. These MAGA extremists. Yeah, Hakeem is a less gay Cory Booker.
And now the chickens are coming
Timu Obama
home to roost.
We lied to you, but now we're going to be, we lied to you, but you complained and now we got to lie in a different way. Yeah. Yeah, but the lying Rama drama will be through a special counsel. Look, and as Charlie Kirk does say that he trusts his friends in the government.
I'm done talking about Epstein for the time being. I'm going to trust my friends in the administration. I'm going to trust my friends in the government.
Yeah, I'm going to trust the government. Yeah, we're going to get down to the bottom of this. Oh. What's going on in this video? What do you got in your hand, Charlie Kirk? Sometimes I pause at the most unfortunate times. He's got the Newsom finger. Are you talking about Hakeem Jeffries? Yeah, he does, dude. Hakeem does have the... Yeah, don't worry, we have a Newsom clip. We have a Newsom clip. Don't you worry. What's up, Wilson? Whoa. Wait, Wilson, is that the Wilson I know on Kick? Amazing. Epstein, lots of bottoms. Yeah, we're going to get on to the Epstein bottoms. The Epstein bottoms, it'll happen, okay, guys? Okay, just trust the process. Okay. Dude, I get so jacked up about podcasters. The ones that tell you to trust the process. And if it goes well, then they're like, see, I told you. But if it doesn't go well, then they all pretend like they never said those things. That's like one of my favorite. No, I don't play games, Wilson. I'm a man. I'm just kidding. I just played some games earlier today. He's got a Newsom finger. He truly does. Dude, I think this might be one of the most insane stories that were dropped, though. This story right here. The New York Times is reporting that Joe Biden, House of Chain of Command, authorized the use of Autopens. You heard that right. Joe Biden apparently used the Autopen to pardon many people. And not just individual people, but groups of people. And aides were signing off on this. They were just stamping things. It's unbelievable. They also show the use of the Autopen was managed by Mr. Biden's White House secretary, Miss Feldman. She wanted to receive written accounts confirming Mr. Biden's oral instructions in the meeting before having it used to produce the warrants recording the clemency actions. The aides referred to those written accounts of meetings at which Mr. Biden delivered oral decisions as blurbs. The accounts were drafted by aides and senior advisors and participated in meetings. Some of these, like when Biden pardoned Dr. Fauci, an aide did that. Biden did not individually approve each name for the category pardons that applied to large numbers of people. He and aides confirmed. Rather, after extensive discussion of different possible criteria, he signed off on the standards he wanted to be used to determine which convicts would qualify for a reduction in sentence. Even after Biden made that decision, one former aide said that the Bureau of Prisons kept providing additional information about specific inmates, resulting in small changes to the list. Rather than ask Mr. Biden to keep signing revised versions, his staff waited and then ran the final vision through the Autopen, which they saw as a routine procedure, an aide said. So it was just a routine procedure. Biden was pardoning people that he didn't even know he was pardoning. That's why I feel like, I don't know if you remember when Biden was president, when people would ask him questions like in the news and the mainstream media, and there would be a lot of times where Joe Biden would be like, no, I never did that. And they'd be like, yeah, you did. Here's proof. And he's like, I did that? That's weird. And all of us chalked it up to him losing his mind, but I think a lot of it had to do with his aides just signing off. Here's Donald Trump breaking some of this down.
Look, the Autopen, I think, is maybe one of the biggest scandals that we've had in 50 to 100 years. This is a tremendous scandal.
Yeah.
And I know the people on the other side of the, see that desk, that Resolute desk? Unfortunately, he used it before me. But, you know, we have our choice of 7 desks. They're all beautiful.
True.
But I chose the Resolute, and so did he, unfortunately. But the people on the other side of the Resolute desk, I know them. Lisa, the whole group, and they're no good. They're sick people. And I guarantee you he knew nothing about what he was signing.
No way.
I guarantee it.
There's no way he did. I mean, right here. This is the craziest part in the article. 3 minutes later, Mr. Zietz hit reply all and wrote, I approve the use of the Autopen for the execution of all the following pardons. And he was talking about pardoning people like Dr. Fauci. Dr. Fauci was pardoned at 10:30 p.m. 10:30 p.m. Somebody's calling. Somebody's calling. Oh, hello. Is this Joe Biden? We've been waiting for you to call. I need you to talk about the Autopen mess, like the Fauci and Adam Schiff and Cheney. What's exactly going on? Oh, come on, man. Come on, man. Yeah. Hey, it's the TV fella. Look, Jack, I'm just eating. I'm eating some chocolate chip ice cream over here. Best stuff. Come on, man. What are you talking about? This pen stuff? It's a new pen pal program or something? Okay, no. It's the Autopen. Your staff used it at 10:30 at night. Weren't you already asleep to sign like Fauci, the Autopen? No, you were there. Remember, it's like the scandal of the century and stuff like that. Oh yeah. Come on, man. I know that thing. Yeah, my aides, smart folks. Yeah, I just said, yeah. Joe just nodded and we'll handle it. That's what they said to me. I nodded, a good nod, and folks, and they ran it through the machine and signatures. And Fauci's a nice guy, man. Remember Fauci? He saved us from COVID. He saved us from our sins. Okay, no. You know, accident. It seems like Trump is actually kind of fuming over this. He's actually fuming. Come on, man. Look, I'll tell you, if you get me a pint of chocolate chip, that sounds good. And maybe 2 or 3 kids just to sniff a little bit. You know how I like sniffing some of them children around me. I'm sorry. Look, man, Corn Pop is the one that signed everything for me, and Corn Pop's a bad dude. When Corn Pop comes to calling, you say, ice cream or something like that, but you do whatever he says. Okay, man. Sounds good. He was on the beach when he pardoned his sons, probably. God. He doesn't even know what 80,000 people. Jessica says the Autopen is really a scandal and the media is pretending there's nothing to talk about. Yeah, I know. Of course they are. Of course they are. The Autopen is absolutely insane. Again, it just proves how the last administration did nothing. It also shows you, again, I say this a lot, the president of the United States doesn't do much if they don't want to. Like, I feel like you could get elected to be president in the United States and you don't have to do anything. You can just do interviews. You can go on SNL. You can go on Jimmy Fallon. You can just have a good time. And the deep state will be like, dude, don't worry about it. We got it. We got a couple of aides that will just do it for you. Don't worry. Don't even look into it. We got this. I love that, like, even Democrats are like not even looking into the story. Like, if I was a Republican, I voted Republican. I have never voted for any other party, but if I voted for somebody and I found out that not only were they mentally declined, but all their actions were done by the deep state and basically none of their actions were done by them, that would make me pretty angry. But Democrats are just pretending like that doesn't exist. It's ridiculous. Kamala could have handled it. Yeah, she's the smartest he knows. Yeah, maybe Kamala was actually just she God, I miss Kamala Harris. America, we really messed up. We could have had a wino mom to be our president, but instead we chose Donald Trump and a Disney dad. Why does Biden sound like Lindsey Graham? No, Lindsey Graham sounds like this. Whenever Lindsey Graham calls into the show, he sounds a lot like this. Hey, it's me, Lindsey Graham. You have to talk like a distinguished Southern gentleman from upstate of South Carolina. It's me, Lindsey Graham. I bet Lindsay's pretty excited about us giving more, what do we give? Like $100 million to Ukraine in weapons? That's awesome. Rama says, what pisses me off is I know Kristen is watching, but we are getting her sassy. We're not getting her sassy comments. Kristen always pisses me off. She knows it. I'm always like, if you don't like write a comment, I will lose it. Jacob says, we almost had another wino mom with Pelosi. Yeah. Kamala Harris will run again. Don't you worry about that. Don't you worry about that. Don't you worry about a thing, baby. Don't you worry about a thing. Anybody watch Sean Ryan? Any Sean Ryan podcasters? The Sean Ryan Show? I'm a big fan of the Sean Ryan Show. It's kind of, if this podcast ever gets big, I would love to do interviews the same way he does it. I like talking to people like that. But Sean Ryan had Gavin Newsom on. And not only did Sean Ryan hand Gavin Newsom at the beginning of this podcast a freaking cig, it was one of the funniest things in the whole world to watch Gavin Newsom handle a gun. And he was like pointing the gun at his hand the whole time. So obviously the guy is well versed in how to handle a 9mm. And he was worried that TSA was going to pop him as he went back home. He doesn't even understand how to travel with a firearm. But again, yeah, he's going to be president, and that's just great. Yeah, he's all about common sense gun reform. But one of the funniest questions about that was asked regarding Gavin Newsom was California and how they'll take your child away if you don't do child-affirming care in your home. Listen to this question by Sean Ryan.
In the major thing with that I hear.
Also pay attention to Gavin Newsom's hands.
In the major thing with that I hear the most is the kids, you know, and I don't know if California's one. I know Washington's one where, you know, the state can come in and basically take your kid if you're against gender affirming care.
It is one, and he's gonna do it. He's gonna look into it, and he's doing this thing, and he's doing this thing, and he's doing this thing. It is one of the states. It's one of the first states that did it, but continue.
Is the kids, you know, and I don't know if California's one. I know Washington's one where, you know, the state can come in and basically take your kid if you're against gender affirming care.
There's some nuanced language and around that. There's about 21 states, by the way, just on the California's hardly, again, it's not the only, everyone back to California, but about 21 states that tend to operate in this space similarly with sort of variants along the same rules. And obviously California is one of them. But no, look, hey, I didn't even mean to cut you off except to say there's no doubt this issue, I thought it played a very significant and outsized role in the last election. I thought that and by the way, I told Chris that and Susie when I was at the White House. Susie Wiles, the chief of staff, and Chris, who ran the campaign and a lot of the media, when I was over at the White House earlier this year. We had a conversation around the trans issue, which is fascinating.
What are you talking about?
That one was recorded. And then met with the president right after, who was in the middle of a press conference as we were talking on the topic, and began a 90-minute meeting I had with him in the Oval, talking about this very issue.
Okay.
Where he said what I just said about.
Are you going to answer the question?
Abortion. I was like, come on, man, it's not politics. There's human beings here, but I get it. I get the politics, but it's also about human beings.
Okay, man.
But that trans ad, you know, Kamala's for they, them, Trump's for you or something. That was powerful.
Wow.
And it was.
Are you going to answer the question?
Forced error of the Harris campaign not to push back on it. But they had they had a few moves to push back because it was what it was.
Okay.
That gender affirming care was afforded under a lawsuit when she was AG, and part of the settlement compelled that the state had to move forward to allow for it. And it was a circumstance with an undoc person that was incarcerated that got the gender affirming care. Everything about it just met a political moment.
Yeah.
And the fact that she defended it on a video only reinforced the vulnerability. And so they kept running the ad over and over and over again. It was incredibly impactful. And
what are you talking
just,
about?
Again, removing the humanity, right versus wrong, the morality on either side, politically, it is a major problem for the Democratic Party.
What about for you?
What about, are you going to answer the question? And then the people we're doing this stuff, we're looking into it, we're doing, the Democrats didn't handle that message. What do you think about gender affirming care?
Your values. I mean, is 8 years old too young?
Yeah, I mean, look, I now that I have a 9-year-old, just...
Oh, okay, so it takes having a child to finally realize that an 8-year-old is too young for gender affirming care?
Became 9. Come on, man. I get it. So those are legit. You know, it's
Don't you love, God, this is why I love politicians. When they're asked honest questions and they're like pressured to continue down the rabbit hole and they don't have an answer, and you can just feel his butthole clenching the entire time. He has no words. Because if he actually believed that gender affirming care should happen for an 8 or 9-year-old, he would just go out and say, yeah, I think gender affirming care should happen for 8 or 9-year-olds. I think they should be in charge of their own future. I think they have the capacity for the age of consent for these sort of things. But they don't actually believe this crap. So he's trying to balance both sides, and that's why he sounds absolutely
interesting. Just the issue of age. I haven't. As someone that's been so focused on equality, broadly, LGBT rights, particularly gay marriage. Mm-hmm. The trans issue for me is also novel. It's over the last few years. I'm trying to understand as much as anyone else. The whole pronoun thing.
What is
trying
this?
to understand all of that?
Where we're trying to get it.
Well, that was like the hell. I mean, all that stuff. I get it. All this stuff started to collapse on us. I joked with Charlie about LatinX.
Yeah.
I remember walking into my staff. I started using the word LatinX a few times.
And I was like, what is it?
And then my chief of staff, who happens to be Hispanic, goes, would you shut up? I'm like, what? She goes, who uses that word? I said, I don't know. She said, my whole staff said, do not ever use that word again. I'm like, what's going on?
I'm just like, my white liberals are telling me I'm supposed to use these words, and I'm supposed to use these words. I don't know, are you just using these words?
Okay. And they literally style. I'll never forget. I was like, whoa. We were on this sort of Zoom conversation, and literally my Hispanic chief of staff is like, shut up. And so I'm like, we were all kind of like, those meetings where my pronouns and everyone goes across.
People are doing pronouns.
All this was sort of, I think, post George Floyd, post COVID, we kind of came out. And there was obviously this rights movement post George Floyd, which you got to understand, on the basis of what occurred and all the social unrest. And there was a natural inclination then to try to course correct, but it was across the spectrum of issues, including increasingly on the issues of how we talk, communicate, how politically correct and sensitive people started becoming, use of language, pronouns, and then issues around the trans community.
We're doing trans issues.
And this notion of gender affirming care for children.
We're doing
that's tough, man.
That's so tough.
And the science on that, I haven't dove that deep into it, but I read one report and then there's one that's slightly contradictory, and then they said there's no contradictory. Here's what the UK just came out with. You're full of shit. It's absolutely scientifically sound that it's outrageous. And so it's intense.
It's intense, and I'm going to say a bunch of stuff that I'm not going to actually back up, and I'm just saying these things. I'm looking at trans, and trans are being trans people, and trans are like they're humans, they're not aliens, and I'm pretty sure like pronouns are hard to understand, and my people are looking into these sort of... Dude, this is such a winning issue for Republicans that every Republican should just push down more on this. And they'll be like, I want to talk about other things. There's other things affecting it. It's like, no. What's a woman? What's the age of consent a child should be able to do gender affirming care? What's the age? Tell us the age right now. What's the number? It's like asking a Muslim, hey, what age can you marry a woman or a girl? Oh, no, it's like these people think things. These people want to do things. These people believe in things. These people... Wax on, wax off, dude. No. It's the freaking craziest. I would look, see, this is the difference between me and Sean Ryan. I would have stopped right there and be like, are you okay, dude? Is anything happening? I would say, is there anything happening in your body? I can feel the anxiety kind of bubbling up in the room. Are you feeling a little nervous? You feeling like you can't answer this question? Because I think I've asked you like 2 times and you're giving me these weird, I don't know where we're going. Can you just give me this answer? Why is this answer so hard for you to get? Maybe that's a question. Why do you feel like this answer is so hard for you to give? Just like an open-ended question like that. That was freaking wild, dude. Hand salad. Dude, I asked you a question. How can you act like you run a good state, totally blind robbery? Yeah. Dude, you could have like the dumbest person on the planet run that state and they'll do okay. That was like the craziest. I can't believe Sean Ryan even interviewed him. Rama, you don't like Sean Ryan? You think he's a punk? What do you have against the Navy SEAL community, Rama Drama? Haven't you seen Navy SEALs movies? They're sexy and awesome. Every guy dreams. Everybody wants to carry the boats. Okay, who's going to carry the boats? It's not going to be you, obviously. Breaking news, Newsom is diagnosed with early stage Parkinson's. What if that was true? What if Gavin Newsom had early onset Parkinson's and we were all making fun of him? He just couldn't control his body. Dude, if he had Parkinson's, that would be a wild journey. Those are worms trying to escape. I can kind of see that. I can kind of see that. Freaking worms. Speaking of California, did you guys see this story, this news story? Apparently in California, a bear was discovered on the side of the road with human skin. God, things are going great in California. Check this out.
New at 6. This is a story not for the faint of heart. Faint of This is a story not for the faint of heart. 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 Faint of heart, rather. First, we want to warn you some of the details you might find disturbing. We've also blurred some of the graphic images from this as well. What you're looking at here is what San Bernardino County Sheriff's deputies found at the AMPM at Bear Valley and Amethyst Roads in Victorville today. Someone had reported finding an object that appeared to be covered in human remains. It is a teddy bear-shaped object. It was left on the ground right outside that convenience store. The coroner's office has picked up that item and is now investigating.
Turns out it was just an artist. An artist that makes teddy bears that look like it's human skin. Ew. Look, I know some people are celebrating that, but that artist should be locked up and put in a prison cell the rest of his life. If you're making teddy bears that look like human skin, odds are you're probably a serial killer. I remember when this story first came out, I was like, what the frick is going on? What the frick is going on? And then it found out it's just an artist. Honestly, disgusting though. Oh God, a freaking teddy bear. Let's see the human skin teddy bear. That wasn't a good picture. You got to see the picture of the teddy bear. It looked like a human skin, but it's not human skin. So I feel like YouTube should be okay with it. I mean, it's disgusting, dude. Look at this. Oh, look at that. Oh my God, dude. That artist should go straight to prison. Valencia. Oh my God. Yeah, what was that? Yeah, it was a Balenciaga, Valencia, or whatever that magazine did. Oh God, that's disgusting, dude. That art piece should be in the Louvre. Yeah, it's a fluff piece. That's freaking disgusting. Gross, dude. Pork skins, anyone? Yeah. This is just pork rinds. Look at that freaking face, dude. Ew. I feel like that's like a sick joke to buy one of these things and then put it on the side of the street. It's absolutely disgusting. It's a fluff piece. You should know better. What are you talking about, dude? What are you freaking talking about? You're as silly as 2 girls in 1 cup. Thank you. California sicko. Pork skins. It's absolutely disgusting, dude. All right, let's finish off today. Let's finish off with a real news story. One of my favorite X accounts to follow in the whole world is this Valentina Gomez chick. She's absolutely cringe, and it's absolutely hysterical to me. She made a new rap video, which I suggest everyone should follow her. She made a new rap video about America. Check this out.
I am America first, not benefiting my purse. I never sell out the people to raise my net worth. The Second Amendment is there to always protect my first. A better rapper than Lupe, and I don't even have to curse. Let's keep the American dream alive and put an end to all lies. BLM raised billions, and what did they do for black lives? Politicians promise you the whole world, then they backslide. What happened to Hunter's laptop? You know I'm always strapped up. Gun rights are women's rights. Feminists been sold a lie. You can mess around and find out. Play stupid games, win a stupid prize. God bless the whole USA, even the ones who hate me. I'm still fighting for you today, and no super PAC paid me.
America first, the people are hurt. Confess in the street with nothing to eat and nowhere to work. Sending our dollars overseas and funding these wars. No love for these politicians if they not America first. America first, 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 America first.
Oh my God, dude. Some of these influencers need to stop. That being said, I need to film a rap video of me walking through Walmart as well. Absolutely amazing. Go home, tramp. This country is gross. You're gross. How dare you? How freaking dare you? Oh, Selena has a trans cousin? Does she? Fantastic. Fantastic. All right, guys, I hope you have a wonderful day. Drop a like on this video if you don't mind and put a comment below. I greatly appreciate it. I hope this hour has been the best hour of your day. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Have a wonderful day. And remember, I don't know what to remember. Just remember, Elmo is always one drink away from speaking and dropping the Epstein list. I hope Sesame Street actually does a whole episode about the Epstein list, because I'll love every single one of it. Thanks, Yakobet. I appreciate you. Thank you guys so much for Derek. How do you know what is inside a Walmart? How do you know what the inside of a Walmart looks like? Because I shop there. Hey, man, when you're poor, okay? When you're poor, you're poor. How dare you? All right, guys, if you don't mind dropping a like, have a great day. I'll see you guys.